Hi Rainbows, igama lami Nasipho Nela Talks, aka Nelified, and I hope that you guys are good because I'm good too. So as you guys can see by the title of the video, we have a Nela Talks episode, and I know it's been a hot ass minute since I've shot a video under this segment, but we're back. And that's all that matters, right? Right. So before we get into the gist of the video, please don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that y'all are notified. On today's topic of Nela Talks, we will be talking about insecurities. What a topic. What a hard ass topic. But I believe it needs to be addressed. Honestly, guys, let's start being transparent about certain uncomfortable or controversial or mundane or topics that are just not always talked about. You understand? So y'all know the drill. When we do a video like this, we have this. And why? So that I don't dog and derail and go off topic. So you guys know the vibes. This paper keeps me in check of the whole point of this video. So yeah, let's just get into it. What are insecurities basically? Insecurities are a feeling of apprehensiveness, uncertainty, and lack of stability. Insecurities is basically lacking confidence in your own abilities, your skills, and your worth. So it's when you don't feel sure of yourself, you don't feel certain of yourself, hauna self-love, there's no security within yourself. So it's literally just an overall sense of anxiety in your own worth and in your own value. And trust you me, if you are getting offended by what I'm saying, please don't, because I'm not trying to offend anyone. This is applicable literally to everyone. Yes, there are people who are secure and know who they are, like people who know that they are damn sure about themselves. But in each and every person, there's always that one thing that they are not certain about. There's always that one thing that lacks stability in a person, where if a situation or a moment were to occur to them, you will see by the way they react or if it triggers them. So everyone does have that apprehensiveness in them. Not everyone is perfect. So that is why I wanted to talk about this topic. Nafuti, I don't want to say I believe, but I know myself and I have a lot of insecurities. And that takes me to the next question of what really causes insecurities. Because you're on this earth and you ask yourself what's your purpose? You just living and breathing or whatever it is that we do as humans or whatever our purpose is. But there's just so many playing factors, there's so many domains, there's so many things that are so underlying that we can't even comprehend ourselves. But if we're conscious about it, everything tends to make more sense. So what really causes insecurity? When you sit down, you're just why do I feel like this? Why am I not certain about this particular thing about myself? Or why does this certain thing trigger me? Vibes like that, And the three main causes of insecurities is traumatic experiences. Traumatic experiences in a sense of you've seen things that you were not supposed to see at a particular time or a particular age. Traumatic experiences such as abuse. Traumatic experiences that basically alter a person's mind. Things that alter a person's outlook on life, like maybe you grew up seeing a certain way of how people live, and then it just alters your mind, and it puts things in your mind that you're probably not even supposed to have, but it happens. So that is what I mean by traumatic experiences. patterns. Patterns in a sense of how you were raised at home, patterns in a sense of the people that are around you, most especially your family, your friends. Social conditioning. Social conditioning basically means the environment that you are in, the environment that you grew up in, the environment that you always frequent around. So, home, school, or work, entertainment places. What's also another environment that I can add? Church could also be an environment. The country you're in as a whole, it's a really broad topic, but I'm gonna try and make it as detailed as possible so that you guys understand what I am saying. So those are basically the three main causes of insecurities: traumatic experiences, patterns, or either within people or the environment that you're in, and social conditioning. And if you are conscious of that, it will give you a more understanding of what makes you insecure and where it stems from. It's like when you go through a certain experience in life, né? And that experience obviously changes certain things about who you are, how you see life. If you are conscious of how this whole experience started or where it stemmed from, it will make the healing process much easier. It will make the understanding much easier. It will make living much easier, because now when you live life so confused and you don't know where you're going and you don't know why certain things are happening, you're just always going to be in doubt. You're always going to be lost. You're always going to be in the shadow of your own judgment or whatever it is. So yeah, with causes comes what? Effects. Effects are the aftermath, the results of whatever has happened. So the effects of insecurities, there are tons. When I was doing my research on this topic, I saw so many, but I didn't want to name all of them because number one, I can't relate to them. Number two, I didn't think that I had proper understanding of those effects. But the ones that I am going to name are ones that are common most of the time: self-esteem, perfectionism, self-isolation, attachment styles, and poor job performance. Those are the common insecurity effects that happen. Say your insecurity stemmed from a traumatic experience that maybe occurred in your house, in your household, in your household. When you become conscious, oh, I have this insecurity because it's rooted or it stems from this traumatic experience from Ekaya. In turn, that has resulted in self-esteem, maybe. So you have a low self-esteem, you don't believe in yourself that much, you don't value yourself that much, and not uguti you nyatsa yourself, but like you're not so sure about yourself that you can't even uphold yourself to a high degree or put yourself on a pedestal. That is what I mean by self-esteem. Let's go deeper. This traumatic experience that has occurred at home, maybe you grew up in a home where you were always singled out, you were never heard, so you expressing your feelings is not something that you're used to. What does that result in? Self-esteem. You don't feel the need to voice out yourself, you don't feel the need to express your emotion, you don't feel the need to even connect with people, because it stems from you always feeling or actually being singled out. Ekaya, you get? Basically, that is just the introduction of insecurities, guys. And honestly, it's really okay. It is okay to have insecurities, but it is also a good thing to be conscious about them so that you can become a better person and work on yourself more, and not really just fix your flaws, because you can't fix your flaws. Like, we're not perfect. We are working towards perfection, but with every wrong and every incorrect and every negative thing that is existent in life, we need it in order for us to overcome and get to the other side, which is the positivity side, which is where the grass is greener, you get. Now we're just gonna delve a bit deep and get a little personal. Okay, we are gonna talk about my insecurities. I am going to be transparent with you guys and just name my top 5 insecurities that I've probably been dealing with all my life, and insecurities that I am trying to understand more, and insecurities that I'm trying to overcome so that I can become the woman that I fully want to be, so that I can be a better person, so that I can be secure in myself and, not live life on an unstable platform. You understand? I believe that everyone will be able to relate with me on this one, but my top what? My top insecurity is my body. Um I've always have I always Yeah, I've always been insecure of my body, but like not a hectic insecurity where, like I'm so ashamed that, like, I don't even try and appreciate what I have. My insecurity with my body is like, in overall, I don't have the body that I fully want. And it's not the most perfect body. And growing up, most especially when I got to varsity, I became conscious of why I'm so insecure about my body. And it just comes from comparison and society and how beauty is basically portrayed in our eyes. So I am insecure about my body because it's not the most perfect, it's not the fittest body on earth. And I don't think I also grew up like always having my body appreciated, and not that I need the appreciation from other people. Like, I also wish that I had that appreciation from within, to say that when I look at myself in the mirror or when I'm wearing a certain outfit, I'm just like, damn, girl, you are snatched. And now I actually appreciate my body more. I'm learning every day to appreciate what God has graced me with, and change what I can change. And obviously I don't have the perfect body. I can go to gym. If I had the money, I'd obviously go under the knife. But even if I have money, or when I get money, I'm not gonna go under the knife. But you guys get what I'm saying. When I was in high school, I'd always like, not always look in that way, but like I'd always look at other people's bodies, and also magazines and social media. You're just looking at other people and how they are statured, and you're just like, why don't I have that? Why isn't my butt that big? Or why don't I have curves like her? Or why aren't my legs that toned? Or why don't I have a cleavage? Like, Nina, I have the smallest boobs on planet Earth. And I love them. But obviously, growing up, there was a point in my life where I was just like, why are my boobs not growing? Why is it that when I wear a vest, I don't have, cleavage? My booty is not that lifted. Things like that. And it's really quite crazy that I got so insecure that it made me feel like that. Like, even self-esteem, I'd wear certain clothing because Maybe I'm trying to hide a certain part of myself or trying to flaunt a certain part of myself. I think that's why I like crop tops so much, because God gave me a waist, baby. God gave me yo Ngiyabonga Jesu. God gave me a waist that I appreciate with all the fiber in me. But when I was in high school, weirdly enough, I didn't think that my waist or my torso area was how I appreciate it now, because I was seeing other girls with probably smaller waists than me, or abs, or just a more maybe appealing look on their body. And then I look at myself, I'm just like, you know, but it's crazy. And I want to plug you guys. Check me out on TikTok. I have a Smolanyana segment, but I don't have a playlist yet on my TikTok profile. So it's just a Smolanyana segment. You can just check it out when you look at my videos. It's called Embracing My Imperfections, where I basically take videos of parts of my body that I feel are not perfect, and maybe parts of my body that I'm insecure about. And I just, I point them out. Literally, it's so cool. I point them out, and then I mention of how I appreciate them, and then in my caption I write about that body. For example, not my waist. For example, my booty is not lifted. So that was one of my videos where I was like literally just focusing on my booty. And I was just talking about how it's not lifted, it's not toned. And then in my caption, like I wrote of how I've done squats, I've done sports, I've gymmed, and it's still not lifted. It's an unlifted booty. But at the end of the day, even with my unlifted booty, I still love myself. In as imperfect as it is still perfect to me. So do check that out, and maybe I can ignite some self-appreciation towards you. So yeah, do check out my TikTok. My name is Nela, and all my links to my social media platforms are in my description. The next insecurity is being emotionally played. Being emotionally played, what I mean by it is literally just being emotionally toyed around with, in a sense of manipulation, coming across with ingenuine interest, just being fake basically, but in an emotional aspect. This insecurity is not just with romantic relationships, it's with my family, it's with my friends, it's with peers, it's just with people in general. Like i I do have trust issues when it comes to relationships in general, because I have gone through so much emotional damage that I am still healing from. I have put myself deliberately or intentionally or consciously in situations where it ended up with me being hurt. It ended up with my heart being broken. It ended up with me being in the firing line. And I think this one is actually one of the deepest insecurities, and it's gonna take time for me to like not get over it, but it's gonna take time for me to actually overcome this insecurity, because in this life we live in, not everyone is a real like that. You understand? People have their motives, so they're not gonna consistently be genuine. People are not going to be flowers all the time. They're not going to be the most beautiful thing all the time. People are not perfect, so there are mistakes that are going to be done. There are going to be mishaps, there are going to be misunderstandings. However, I think I need to just work on myself more, so that I know that when certain things like that happen, I'm more understanding to it, and I'm not taking everything so personally. But yeah, yo, guys, I've been emotionally played, and a lot of the time it's in relationships where they were romantic or even with friendships. That is why I don't even have a lot of friends like that, and I'm totally okay with it. I'm the type of person where when I interact with people, I am genuine. I come as my real self. I come as my full self. And when it's time for me to give in a particular relationship or a friendship, I give my all. I literally give my all, because why is it that mfaka like it doesn't make sense? Why am I putting things bit by bit? Yes, I it's not like I just immediately rush into things or I come in full force, but when I give you, I give my all, so that whatever may happen, I know that I gave you a whole full nullified experience. You get? And sometimes people come with their motives, or they have a specific reason why they're in your life. And when they leave, at times they leave on bad terms. What is going on with that? Oh, sorry about that. When people like probably leave or are not in your life anymore, there's most of the time someone who always gets hurt. And in my past life, that I was always the one getting hurt. You know, I was the one who was always in the firing line. I was always the one where when things end, I end up finding out Gucci, oh, I was actually being played, you know? This person wasn't being real with me. Or this person had their own reasons or motives with me, you get? And it's really heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking, but at the same time, I feel like that needed to happen for me to get to where I am, because I don't think I would have been conscious about it. And I'm not condoning people to be emotionally played. I love real people. I love people who come as they are. And if you're not direct and straightforward with who you are, what you come with, or whatever it is, it's very hard for me to gauge with you. And that's when I kind of like become reluctant, especially nowadays. You know, the fact that I've been emotionally played so much, it's resulted in me being very conscious and what's the word, cautious about how I interact with people. Hence, I have trust issues. Yeah, it's not a nice thing to experience, honestly, and I wouldn't wish upon anyone to be emotionally played. Even I myself have emotionally played people, and it stemmed from because it's happened to me. You get what I mean? A prime example of being emotionally played is being cheated on, is being manipulated. It's being emotionally abused, basically. And I've experienced that before, and I wish and pray that I don't have to go through it. It's not a nice thing to go through, and I don't know why I deserve to go through such, but it happened. It really happened. And every day when I wake up, when I go to sleep, I tell myself that what's done is done. It's in the past. You know, you can't really change it. You just have to accept, let go, and move on from it. And if it hurts me so much, or if I wasn't conscious about it, then I'd really know what I need to start healing, or you know, I need to start being conscious about or address the situation. But I've addressed a lot of those situations I've been through. I've overcome the little ones, I've overcome the big ones. I'm healing from it in general. So yeah. I don't think I wanna go any further with this insecurity, because even me just speaking right now, I can hear I'm probably like just reiterating a lot of things that sound the same. The next insecurity is my hair. Guys, it's my hair. And if you guys are OGs in this channel, y'all know that I took out a video under my segment of her hair, where I spoke about my hair insecurity and my hair journey and where I am, basically. And I am wearing a duke for a reason. You understand? I low-key, before I even shot this video, I low-key wanted to like wash my hair and blow dry it and come as I am and just embrace it and be comfortable with it. But I know very well that I'm still insecure with my hair. It's not where I want it to be, so I'm not really confident enough to show it like that. But I hope that I'll show it from the next coming videos, and if I don't show it, you guys should hold me on to that, okay? I love my hair. You see, black 4C hair, coiled afro vibes. That is like beautiful hair, and we need to appreciate it more instead of trying to be westernized and trying to have this flowy hair. And it's so sad how a lot of us are now wearing these wigs and these weaves and this human hair that doesn't even belong to us because it's so popularized. It's the most appealing hair. It's the gorgeous hair according to society. It's it's giving what it's supposed to give, like what people are saying, and it's beautiful. But also our afros are beautiful. Also our short hair is beautiful. Also our coils are beautiful. You get, and for me, to get a better understanding of my hair insecurity, please do watch that video. I will link it in my description box, or I'll pin it down in the comment section. But I used to have hair, like I think the last time I had an afro, but it was blow dried. Was I think it was before even studying primary school, or maybe yeah, before starting high school, if not the first few years of high school. Like I really had hair, and in high school I used to cut my hair a lot. I don't know, my hair wasn't the strongest. I really don't know what went wrong with my hair. But in high school, like there were times where every month I get a raloa as girls, so we can go to school looking nice. And there was a time where my hair was just not giving, and everyone at home was just like, "No, cut your hair. You look nicer with haircut." What. So that whole short hair thing has always not. They've at home. They've always like, what's the word? They've always probed or poked the idea into my head, Uti. Girl, short hair suits you. Just stick to short hair vibes like that. And honestly, I've always fought that issue, and I'm still gonna fight it because I look good with short hair, medium hair, and long hair. And I do also want to have a crown like these girlies out here and have, a puffy, give a little edges. I can't always have short hair. I do feel confident, I do feel beautiful. I'm not underestimating short hair, but I also want to feel beautiful with a crown and big hair. So like it's talking about my hair look, you're gonna make me cry. But on the good news of things, on the good side of things, my hair has really grown, y'all. I will put a picture right here. I think I blow dried it last week, and this is how it looked from being a really short. Like, yo, understand. My hair insecurity, there's just a lot of playing factors in it, and I am so appreciative to myself and grateful that I became conscious of my insecurity, and I've worked on it, because I've really explored with my hair. I've dyed, I've braided normal I haven't braided like that now. I think the last time I braided was 2021, and I want to braid this year. I want to start braiding. I want to be a braid girl, period. Ooh, excuse me, I want to have like hair, like give my own hair. Like I feel like my phase of short hair is just over. I am tired of it. Like it was nice, it was beautiful, but on to bigger things now. Get a rahula. So also my hair must my next insecurity is being alone. And I know you guys are probably thinking right now, whoa, girl, what do you mean? You can't be alone because you came on this earth alone. You get what I mean? But I mean, I am insecure of being alone in a sense of I'm a relationship, not romantic relationships. I mean relationships in general. I'm scared of being alone to a point where I don't even have family to rely on. I don't have friends, you know, I haven't found companionship, I don't have people or a person to lean on to, or, you know, confide in and share life experiences with. Basically, that's what I mean. Not Uti, no, you're acting a daughter. Nah, daughter. And Nyamtanda, and I'm forever grateful for him. However, in general, my insecurity is being alone. Like, I don't know what I'd do if my mom were to, God forbid, but I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have it in my life, you understand? And I think this insecurity stems from a lot of things. And while I was doing my research on this topic, one of the factors that play into it is growing up without a father. And if you guys want me to talk about that topic, please do comment under the comment section. What should you comment? Comment the brain emoji. Comment, there's a brain emoji if you guys want me to talk about growing up without a father, and I will give y'all what y'all want. Those are one of the playing factors in me being insecure of being alone. And not Uguti, I'm not grateful for my mom and my family and my friends, but with the family aspect of it, growing up, you know, I have friends who have both parents, and I've had friends that had both parents. And you know, when you grow up, like, we're having conversations like that are just so basic, and you're just getting to know each other as friends, there are certain things that hit you hard that you are so blindsided by. So when I was in primary school and high school, I had most of my friends, if not all of them, had both of their parents in their lives, you know. If they weren't married, then they were like just co-parenting, that type of vibe. And every time we'd get into conversations of family, or when days like Father's Day comes, or where we just appreciating family, you know, I'd always have that sting in my heart, Uguti, I wish I could talk about my father, you know. I wish I could, like, also have this man that I look up to, besides God, but I have that man that I look up to who's raised me and you know, groomed me to be the woman that I am. It's gonna be such a harsh thing to say, but I think that's the thing that I've engraved in my mind. But I don't put men in general on this high pedestal, mo bophelong, because I grew up without a father. So I don't even have that template of falling in love with a man, or having a template of how a man is supposed to treat me, because I didn't have that man in my life who was supposed to raise me and teach me and you know, things. If you guys get what I'm saying, I really hope. Alright, guys, I'm rambling too much, but basically what I'm trying to say is that a lot of the time in my life, my relations, let me not even say relationship, my relations with men it's not something that what am I, how do I put this in words? My relations with men is not the most healthiest, or the most authentic, or the most wholesome, or the most realistic. I'm not saying Guti, I have fake relations with men, but my relations with men is not how I probably envisioned it to be, because of the absence of my father. Yeah. Also, you know, always, you know, having unhealthy relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's just acquaintances, colleagues, even at home, where a relationship is not the most consistent. So I'm very insecure of being alone or abandoned, if I should say that, for lack of a better word, abandoned, you know, because in as much as I came onto this world Gilly one, and I am gonna leave Gilly one, It's not like I'm an island. I'm gonna interact with people and I'm gonna have to form relationships with people. And I am going to emphasize this again. Very grateful, very appreciative for my relationships. I am working more on them so that they are healthy and the way that they actually should be. And, God ordained. But the sad reality that I need to accept is that I have this insecurity and I'm gonna overcome it. But I need to work on where it stemmed from and why it's happening the way it's happening and how I can, just handle life with those causes and those roots. You get what I mean? The last one, I think this is also one that a lot of people are gonna relate to, and that is my future. Wait, I am insecure about my future because I don't know what it holds. I don't know what my future entails. I don't know how my future is gonna turn out. I don't know if I'm gonna even be in a good space. Kuningi nje, you understand? And it's not uti, I don't have visions of my future and I'm not manifesting good for myself. I am, don't get me wrong, I'm planning my life. I'm working towards my goals, I have visions, I have aspirations. However, my insecurity of my future stems or is caused by the hell that the hell that I kind of experienced in my past. The things that I went through in my past were quite traumatic, and I don't even want to get into them because that's just another story of its own. But those experiences unfolded in the most craziest of ways, and it has altered my mind so much that I am now living my life, or I am in a phase in my life where when I think about my future, I'm not so secure, and I think I overcompensate by working so hard to have the future that I want because of the past. You understand? I wish I could chat to you guys right now and be like, my future, I see it's our story. I see, like 4 or 5 cars in my garage, I see a whole lovely, happy family. I do, but at the same time, I can't be delulu about everything. That's the hard lesson I actually learned. I think I came to that realization last year, Uti. Aman. You can't be delulu about everything, Tombo. Like, it doesn't work like that. My past wasn't the greatest, but I am appreciative and grateful once again for the things that I went through, because I wouldn't be the person that I am right now. However, in the same breath, the things I went through altered my mind, altered my emotions, altered my psychology, altered my outlook of life. It altered a lot of things that I am not so secure in my future. So even though I overcompensate, or I'm working too much, or I'm just not letting things flow, I am working towards it. But at the same time, it is what it is. It's gotten me to this point where I am gonna plan, I'm gonna work hard, I'm going to push, I'm gonna manifest. But the way I see my future is not so secure. It's not unlocked to say, in the next 5 years, I'm a billionaire. I will have traveled this amount. It's not like that. It's me being realistic and practical about certain things in life to say, girl, this is what you want and this is how you're going to work towards it. But doesn't mean that mistakes are not going to happen. Doesn't mean that you're not going to come across hurdles. You get? I do want a big ass house. I want a beautiful family, and I'm gonna get those things. I want cars for days. I want to be a passenger princess. I want to have a chauffeur. I want to build a life with my man. I want him to be the greatest husband on planet Earth. I want him to be a father to our unborn children. I wanna give my mom everything that she's desired because she's done so much for me, you know. I wanna have wholesome friendships. I wanna, what's the word? I want to have good relations with people in the industry I want to flourish in, you know. I want to have good relations with colleagues. I want to be someone that a lot of people can look up to. I want to change the world. However, when I say that I'm being realistic and trying to be practical with things, is mistakes are going to happen. And the sad reality is that a lot of these things will not happen, but I need to have faith and I need to believe in myself and know that I am working towards this thing. And even if it doesn't happen at a time that I want it to happen, it's gonna happen. Sometimes in life, a lot of things that we want, we might not get because of a certain reason. A lot of the times in life, things that we want, we might not get because they are not God ordained. But it doesn't mean that we shouldn't stop dreaming. Doesn't mean we shouldn't stop aspiring, and we shouldn't stop having goals and visions, or else we wouldn't be existing. A lot of things in life, especially even with the things that I've named right now, simple things like my insecurities, they've happened for a reason, for me to be the person that I am, for me to get to the place that I am. But being realistic about them, they need faith, they need understanding, but don't be delulu. Literally, we can dream and, you know, want a perfect life and want everything that we desire and have aspirations and goals and everything that I had just said, but without faith, without understanding, all of that will just crumble down in front of your eyes. And one of the factors in that is being delulu. Like, stop being delulu. Delulu is not the solulu. Well, in some cases it is, but it's not really. Being delusional is really, really not the solution. And some people think that a lot of people who believe so much in certain things or have so much faith in certain things, they think those people are being delusional. No, they're not being delusional. They're not. They just have faith. And if you don't agree with that, that's a you problem. But and Nafuti, everything that I'm saying right now to you guys is my personal opinion. So I will gladly engage with you guys if you oppose with what I'm saying. I'd really love that under the comment section. You know, let's share our opinions, let's share our experiences, let's disagree with each other, let's get a different perspective and different insights. But this is my personal opinion that in this life we live in, we need to be real about things. We need to be practical about things. But all of those things need faith and understandings. At the end, we are spiritual beings, but we live in a physical world. On to the next topic, well, not topic, but subtopic, is how I'm dealing with my insecurities. And first thing that I want to say is how I'm dealing with them is actually being conscious of them. That is the first step. Don't be delulu, be conscious. And I'm really proud of myself that I was actually able to name them down and, you know, explain them to you guys, because wow, I think a few months ago, if not last year, I think I knew I had insecurities, I just couldn't pinpoint them, you get? So how I'm dealing with them is being conscious of them. I wouldn't say I'm going to therapy, I used to. I am appreciating the imperfections that I come with and that the world comes with, and also how I'm dealing with my insecurities by working on them. And there are different steps and methods on working on them. For example, with my body, I can change it. If I had money right now and I was rich, I was gonna go under the knife. You get what I mean? But that's just being delulu. Like, I wouldn't do that. God gave me this body for a reason. So how I'm gonna work on it is by gymming and toning it because give a toned legs. So I'm gonna tone it. I wanna lift the booty up. I'm gonna squat. I'm gonna go to the gym, have a healthy lifestyle, and have the body that is giving, and reach my body goals. That is an example. Another example with my hair. How am I dealing with that insecurity? By taking care of my hair, by washing it, by understanding certain things about my hair. Like, what is that? There's this video I watched and it was mentioning so much hair jargon like porosity. I don't know what porosity is, but now, when I do more research on it, I'm just like, oh wow, okay, this is what I can do. Being emotionally played. I'm trying to understand my own emotions better and why I react to a certain emotion a certain way. I journal. I have affirmations that I say to myself that I've written down in my journals. Being happy. Being healthy, like I'm learning different mechanisms of how to interact with people because I believe I don't have the best interpersonal skills, and I think that stems from me not having the healthiest intrapersonal relationship with myself. So I'm working on those things and finding different mechanisms, even though I make mistakes. I'm also trying to distinguish people that are for me and people that are not for me, and certain things that I align with. And if there are people that I come across with and they have things that I don't align with, I am learning to address those things and, remove what I have to remove or stay away from what I have to stay away from. Those are the ways that I am dealing with my insecurities. And if you have tips on the insecurities that I've named that you probably are going through and you have a different way of dealing with them, please do share them and become better people to each other. And I'll also consider them and integrate them in my life and see how they work out. And that then takes me to the closing of ways to generally deal with insecurity. Ways that we as human beings can deal with insecurities is firstly by confronting them. Confronting the insecurity and confronting the feelings that come with that insecurity. Because you can have an insecurity and it makes you feel angry, and then you can have another insecurity that makes you feel sad or unworthy or disgusted by yourself. Yeah, so confront those feelings, confront that insecurity and deal with it, because if you are so blindsided or ignorant to it, it's only just gonna grow. Imagine if I mised my hair and whatever it's going through and I just let it be. Of course my hair wouldn't be healthy and I'd always want to hide it because I'm feeling shameful about it. And if I don't confront, or if I didn't confront those feelings, my hair wouldn't be where it's at today. So confront your feelings, deal with it head on, and confront the insecurity in general, and then everything else that follows will flow naturally. The process of healing will flow naturally, either by changing it, not changing the insecurity, but changing how you feel about it, or embracing it. So going back to my insecurities, my body, I can change it, right? Going under the knife, going to the gym, changing my lifestyle. And the next way that you can also deal with your insecurity is the next way that you can deal with your insecurities is by surrounding yourself with people who are healthy, who are positive, and who bring good vibes. You can't be dealing with a lot in your life and yet you are surrounding yourself with people who aren't even healthy for you, people who are pessimistic, people who are toxic, people who are ignorant to just life in general, people who don't make you feel good about yourself. When you're dealing with insecurities or just dealing with life in general, you need to be very conscious of your surroundings. That is why one of the causes of insecurities is social conditioning, the people that you surround yourself with or the places that you are surrounded in. The sad reality is some people grow up in environments that are not favorable and that are not the best. And they cannot change that. The only way they can change that is by understanding why they grew up in such and accepting that situation, but also finding a way to overcome it and changing their future or working on themselves or trying to get out of that situation. An example, you'll get someone who's on this earth who grew up in a kasi that is not healthy, that is toxic, that is just, driven by drugs and crime and corruption and all of that shebang. And instead of being so mean and being so conditioned by it, try and understand and accept that, hey man, maybe your family was not affluent enough, or just that's just where life got them. You had to grow up in that environment. And the good part about it is that you can change it. You can go to school, live your life on your own terms and be who you actually meant to be and get out of that situation. Or even better, probably change that situation. Don't let the negative or the downfalls or the mishaps of life dictate how your life is supposed to be, or don't let all of those things get to you so much. Maybe they will. Just be conscious about it and change the situation. If you know what, you don't have the healthiest people in your life and you want good for yourself, get good friends, get good people, get people who make you feel good about yourself, get people who appreciate you. If you know that you were born and bred in a place that wasn't the best in terms of opportunities or environment, or just experiences and the things that you were accustomed to, change that. When you get to a certain phase in your life, just get out of it if you have to, and leave if you have to, or change the situation for yourself. Make a difference. Life is not roses and butterflies anymore. Life is beautiful, but life is also painful. Life is also difficult. And if we do not accept that part of life, you will be living a Delulu life, and we'll see how far Delulu gets you. So with that being said, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this topic and you guys got a better understanding of insecurities, and maybe I sparked a little bit of consciousness in you for you to know the insecurities that you are dealing with and that you are going through. And if you have insecurities, or ways that you deal with the insecurities that I've named, please do comment down and let's have a conversation and multiply this digital family, and share this video to someone that you feel is also going through a lot of insecurities and they don't know how to deal with it. What else? Oh, I wanted to say this at the beginning. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to my beautiful haven. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. We are in it, period, per. And I know you're an OG. I know that you watched that Hey Insecurity video, obviously, as a returning subscriber. And you know that insecurity and the things that I went through. And please do also share that video to anyone who needs just a little enlightening on appreciating certain things that they come with that they probably haven't accepted, or they probably don't like, or that they've been conditioned to by society. And yeah, right now I'm rambling a lot, but with all of that rambling and all of that I just said, once again, I really hope that you guys did enjoy this topic as much as I enjoyed recording it for you guys. And yeah, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that y'all are notified. And I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye. Oh, before I leave, I might not be posting in July. It's a 50-50 chance because I'm not gonna have Wi-Fi, but I will make means to create more content for you guys so I can be consistent in the game and we become bigger and better. But that's just a heads up so that I don't look like I'm being inconsistent or just disappearing and coming back. So yeah, guys, I'll check you guys in my next upload. Bye.
Style.